Good morning, Market Snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. No live stream today. We have the internet situation going on over here. I'm working from a hotspot. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to upload this based off of trying to use the internet from my cell phone. So we will see, but definitely no live stream. Undisclosed location in Minnesota. You could say the internet is frozen or freezing, right? So this is just going to be a quick Bitcoin and crypto update. And so let's jump right into the charts, and we'll try to keep this short. So you've got, of course, we were talking about bearish divergence going in, right? And then we had that bearish candle over here on January 11th, followed by a sell signal. And we've come down and hit 2 of the 4 Bitcoin targets to the downside so far. I still think we hit target 3 and target 4. It's possible that we don't. It's always a possibility that we don't hit target 3 and target 4, but I believe that we will. And so this is kind of the path that I'm kind of seeing right now. The updated path on Bitcoin is, if you kind of look out right here, I could see, and even like was about 17, 18 hours ago, I posted on the Twitter X app. And then of course, a couple days ago in the Discord, I was posting a bounce scenario, even if the price did go lower, right? Talking about a bounce scenario a couple days ago, and that still applies today. And so here's kind of like the updated version of it. So whether it comes back into this key target area up here, right, and puts in, another lower high, and then comes back down to lower prices. So whether that's here or it even pumps all the way up even higher, maybe that $46,000 range is a possibility. And then after that, could come back down and hit target 3. And then, of course, even target 4, right? So I think it takes some time to play out. And if you're watching this and you see this play out in real time, then you can kind of see that the next kind of possible buy the dip scenario would be like that. And it could take till, we're talking about February. We're talking about late February, possibly even early March, prior to the next halving event, right? So this is what we've been talking about all the way since back here. Could price come up, hit, longer term target 4 to the upside, and then go through a retracement, clear out that bearish divergence, and hit targets 3 and 4. Strong possibility. Some of the crypto assets already have, right? And some of the crypto assets did drop down and then puts in a lower high and then comes back down lower. So seems like some of the crypto charts have kind of been leading the way. And so if we take a look at it real quick, let's take a look at Ethereum, right? So it's hit 2 of the 4 targets, almost hit target 3 to the downside, never hit this longer term target up here. So we're still watching, for the next possible buy the dip scenario. Could even put in another lower high up here, let's say. And then you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the other ones. Like, for example, DOT, you saw a big move down, end up rallying back up, even had a buy signal, right? Even had a buy signal, got back above the trending dots, trapped some more bulls. I'm already starting to see the bigger accounts, talk about, what if it doesn't, all the people waiting for 37,000, or 32,000 or whatever, or $30,000 Bitcoin, they're already starting to post about it, right? So it's the same old thing, right? It's nothing new. So we're used to it. And it's just interesting to see that it's almost like they don't learn, like they just keep going on and on and on, and they never figure it out or never learn. So tell me you don't have a strategy with an edge without tell me you don't have a strategy with an edge, right? So anyways, let's keep going. So you can see that after coming down, hitting target 2, very similar to Bitcoin, right? Doesn't mean it's going to play out this way. Came down, hit target 2 on DOT, pumped back up with a buy signal, got it back above the trending dots, put in a lower high, then started to come back down. So you can see this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before another sell signal, right? So it could be like a week, right? Could be a week because Bitcoin seems to be taking a little bit longer to kind of draw out. And then then come back down, hit target 3. It could do the same thing, right? On DOT, come back up, put in a lower high, and then come all the way back down here as well. So that's what we can see on Bitcoin. Find support at target 2, kind of bounce up here, get a buy signal, trap in those bulls, get those emotions flowing. We're back on all the inflows of the ETFs, right? So we will see. We will see. And plus, we just had on the longer time frames, like the 3-day chart, we just had a sell signal, stuff like that. And typically, after you see like a MACD bearish crossover on a higher time frame, there is usually a little bit of a pump going up after the crossover, right? So you get a lot of people trapped in, oh, there's a bearish MACD crossover on the 3-day chart or the 5-day chart. It's bearish, and then so of course, they're lagging. It's a lagging indicator mostly on the higher time frame. So by the time that happens, you're already looking at prices starting to bounce and then could go back into the correction mode, right? So it's in a correction mode as of right now, in my personal opinion, and there's going to be and ready for the next boss. And get back on the trading dots, and you can see it's populate because of this super slow internet right now. And I'm working off of my phone. And oh, by the way, I'm on like 4 hours of sleep right now. You can probably hear it in my voice. Probably don't look like I have a ton of energy right now. I was traveling yesterday, a 5-hour travel trip turned into a 17-hour travel trip. I was trying to get cute by flying in directly into a very small airport, and of course that connection flight was canceled. First it was delayed, and I was in Chicago O'Hare Airport, and they moved my gate 5 times, right? They moved my gate 5 times. There was delays, and then they just canceled it. So then from the cancellation, I had to jump on a flight all the way up to Minneapolis. They said I was the last person to get a flight to Minneapolis. And then from there, it was the last shuttle at 11:15 p.m. It was the last shuttle, and then we shuttled and finally got in at like 1 a.m. To Rochester, Minnesota. So it was crazy. It was, it wasn't difficult, right? You're just doing a lot of waiting and trying to figure things out at the airport. And here we are. So 4 hours later, recording this video. Let's keep going. Don't want this to be too long. So still watching for the next possible buy the dip scenario, whether it was here, or down here, right? So we're going to continue to watch it. This is Cardano. And like I said, some of these crypto assets, the bearish divergence has been cleared out, and some of them have not. So we'll kind of continue to watch it. And the higher probabilities are, if the trending dots are starting to flip back around and start to get back going up, like you can kind of see. Well, I'm not going to do it just for purposes of saving time and see if I can get this video uploaded. What's interesting, though, is Sand, right? Sand has hit 4 out of the 4 targets to the downside. That's number one. Number two, bearish divergence has been cleared out. Number three, it was a correction of almost 39%. And now we have a pending reversal candle. So obviously, if the trending dots are coming back down, right? And it starts to get daily candle closes above the trending dots, above the downward trend line. It was after a reversal candle, after hitting 4 key targets, after clearing out bearish divergence, right? That would all be like signs pointing that the bottom is in for Sand, and it could be the next possible buy the dip scenario. So that's what we're watching. And so you can see, like even when price came down, hit target 2 or target 3, right, on Sand, it bounced back up, similar to what Bitcoin could be doing right now. It's possible. You get that buy signal, gets back above the trending dots, and then comes back down to hit lower price targets. So that's the possibility for Bitcoin right now. I would continue watching. If you look at Mana, similar thoughts, 4 targets to the downside. Chainlink, right, is only hit 2 targets to the downside, almost hit 3 targets to the downside. But Chainlink is another one that the bearish divergence was cleared. So with that, we're going to keep this very short, to the point. See if we can get this internet figured out. As you can see, we've got Minnesota in the background. It is cold here. Not as cold as the last time I was here. Last time it was like minus 22 degrees. This time it's not. You kind of see, zooming out there, you got a lot of snow out there right now. So with that, thanks for all of your support. I appreciate it. Couldn't do a live stream. We didn't know about the internet situation. It turns out, we're at my aunt's house, and my aunt is a snowbird. So a snowbird does not live in Minnesota. Once she retired, same with my mom too. They do not live in Minnesota during the wintertime, so they turn the internet and the TV off during the wintertime while they're in Arizona. And then when it becomes too hot in Arizona and it's no longer cold in Minnesota, they switch and they move back here in Minnesota as a snowbird. So they do not live in Minnesota during the wintertime anymore. They are over it. So no internet, no TV, nothing of the sorts. I'm on a weak Verizon signal over here with 2 bars, trying to get this hotspot working for this video. So who knows if it's going to be able to upload or not, but I put in my best attempt, and here we go. So with that, hope you have a good weekend. We're about to go see grandma and hang out with grandma, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, thanks for smashing that like button, and thank you for smashing that subscribe button from an undisclosed location in Minnesota. Talk to you later.